History often remembers the generals, the presidents, the kings. But what about the quiet heroes whose stories are nearly lost in the shadows? Today, we're diving into the life of Noor Inayat Khan, a woman who risked everything to fight tyranny during World War II, and whose bravery is still largely forgotten. Noor Inayat Khan was born on January 1, 1914 in Moscow. But her story truly begins not in Russia, but in a small peaceful town in France where she grew up. She was the daughter of Hazrat Inayat Khan, a renowned Sufi musician and philosopher. From a very young age, Noor was immersed in a world of art, music, and spirituality. Her father taught her the values of peace, love, and nonviolence. He believed in the harmony of all religions and the interconnectedness of all people. Growing up in this environment, Noor became a gentle, imaginative, and deeply compassionate person. She wrote children's stories, played the harp, and dreamed of a world united by kindness. It was an idyllic childhood, one that seemed a universe away from the brutal conflict that would soon engulf Europe. Despite this peaceful upbringing, Noor's life would take a dramatically different turn. When World War II broke out and Nazi Germany invaded France, her world was shattered. The life she knew, the values she cherished, all were under threat. Noor and her family fled to London, but she couldn't simply stand by as a passive observer. She was a woman of principle, and her principles demanded action. She could have easily stayed safe in London, continuing her writing and music, but she chose to serve her country in a way few could imagine. This quiet, gentle artist was about to become a secret agent. Noor joined the Women's Auxiliary Air Force and trained as a wireless operator. Her skills quickly caught the attention of a highly secretive and incredibly dangerous branch of Britain's intelligence services, the Special Operations Executive, or SO. The SOE's mission was audacious and perilous: to send spies into Nazi-occupied territory to conduct espionage, sabotage, and support local resistance movements. They were, as Winston Churchill famously said, to set Europe ablaze. For Noor, this was a profound choice. Her Sufi beliefs were rooted in non-violence, yet she felt a deep responsibility to fight the evil of Nazism. She reconciled this by deciding her fight would be one of resistance and information, not direct violence. She would use her skills as a radio operator to become a lifeline for the French resistance. But here's the catch: agents were sent in alone, unarmed, and had to operate in some of the most dangerous territories imaginable. The life expectancy of an SOE radio operator in the field was just 6 weeks. In June 1943, Noor parachuted into Nazi-occupied France under the cover of darkness. Her code name was Madeleine, and she became the first female radio operator sent by the SO into occupied territory. Her job was deadly. She had to set up a secret radio, a heavy and cumbersome piece of equipment, and transmit vital intelligence back to London. Every transmission was a roll of the dice. The German secret police, the Gestapo, had sophisticated detection equipment and were constantly hunting for illegal radio signals. Moving the radio, finding new safe houses, and trusting the right people were matters of life and death. The SO agents faced the constant risk of capture, torture, and execution. Many didn't survive their first few weeks, and yet Noor persisted. Almost immediately after her arrival, disaster struck. The resistance network she was sent to join was systematically dismantled by the Gestapo. One by one, her colleagues were arrested. London radioed her, urging her to return to safety. They told her the risk was too great, but Noor refused. She knew that without her, the link between London and the remaining resistance fighters in Paris would be severed. So she stayed. For months, she was the only SOE radio operator active in the Paris area, single-handedly managing the communications for a vast network of agents. She moved from attic to attic, constantly on the run, her radio disguised in a suitcase. She transmitted crucial information about German troop movements, military installations, and resistance needs, all while the Gestapo net tightened around her. Noor's courage was extraordinary. The Gestapo, fully aware of a highly effective agent codenamed Madeleine, made her their top priority. They put up wanted posters and deployed informants everywhere. Her friends were captured and killed, yet she continued her work alone. She was a ghost, a phantom voice on the airwaves, fueling the fight for freedom from the shadows. Her dedication became legendary among those who knew the truth. She was described as being frightened but determined, a testament to her incredible inner strength. She was not a born soldier. She was a poet and a musician who had found a different way to fight for what she believed in. Eventually, in October 1943, the inevitable happened. Noor was betrayed. A French collaborator, the sister of one of her contacts, sold her out to the Gestapo for money. She was arrested at her apartment. But her fight was far from over. During her interrogation, she fought back fiercely, refusing to be taken quietly. Even in captivity, she made 2 escape attempts, showing a defiance that stunned her captors. They labeled her a highly dangerous prisoner. She was subjected to brutal interrogations at the Gestapo headquarters in Paris for weeks, but she never revealed a single piece of operational information. Her silence, her incredible fortitude under duress, saved countless lives. Because she gave up nothing, the SOE in London was able to protect its other networks. Finally, she was transported to Pforzheim prison in Germany, where she was kept in chains and solitary confinement for 10 months. On September 12, 1944, Noor and 3 other female ASO agents were transferred to the Dachau concentration camp. The next morning, on September 13th, she was executed. She was just 30 years old. Her last word, shouted in defiance at her executioners, was reportedly, "Liberté," freedom. A quiet hero, whose story might have faded into history, silenced but never broken. But Noor Inayat Khan's legacy lives on. She was posthumously awarded the George Cross, Britain's highest civilian honor for gallantry not in the face of the enemy. France awarded her the Croix de Guerre. And yet for decades, her story remained largely in the shadows, overshadowed by the louder voices of history. It was only through the tireless efforts of her biographer and supporters that her incredible tale began to reach a wider audience. Today, her memory is being honored. Memorials stand in both London and Paris. Schools have been named after her. Her story is a powerful lesson. Heroism doesn't always come from armies or titles. Sometimes it comes from a quiet individual, an artist, a dreamer, who is willing to risk everything for freedom, integrity, and the love of humanity. So the next time you think about the heroes of World War II, remember Noor Inayat Khan, the spy, the poet, the princess, the unsung heroine who showed the world the true meaning of courage. If you found Noor's story as inspiring as we do, please share it to help honor her memory. It's a powerful reminder that even the smallest acts of bravery can echo through history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join us as we uncover more hidden stories from the past. Thanks for watching.